have been completely wiped out, and within the city of Yun, a massacre is underway. The scene shifts to chaos. Humans are stomping on Dongwo's green-haired friend, while the chubby demon has already been beheaded. Shocked, Huan asks, "How is this possible?" The humans are carrying the chubby demon's severed head through the streets. One of the invaders marches toward the castle, declaring that demons are useless. Inside the city, only Wei Ming and Bingi remain standing. Bingi remarks, "This human is incredibly strong." Wei Ming urges her to flee, while he tries to buy some time. The blonde human merely smirks and states, "Your kingdom has already been completely destroyed. Now it's time to play." Suddenly, a fireball comes flying from behind and strikes the humans dead on. Calmly, the blonde man turns around as his comrades desperately try to use potions to recover. It's Huan who has arrived and declares, "You're all despicable." The blonde man grins. "Finally, a demon who looks decent," he says. Standing up, he stretches and remarks, "Time for some exercise." The demons quickly notice a purple aura surrounding him, realizing that compared to the other humans, this one is incredibly powerful. Huan knows he must end this quickly. A lightning bolt descends from the heavens, striking the blonde man's head. In an instant, the man transforms into a dragon. This is Berserker mode, a state that increases power by 130% and health by 500%. Elsewhere in the city, the battle rages on. Dongwu sits despondent. All he wanted was for someone to attack him and finally end his life. Ever since reincarnating into this body, it feels like all he gets are hacks and overpowered abilities. No matter how hard he tries, dying seems impossible. Laughing and crying at the same time, Dongwu looks up at the sky and yells, "What do you want from me? Do you really want me to become the Demon King?" At that moment, a lightning bolt crashes down from the sky, striking Huan. Dongwu rushes to the scene, stunned to find everyone dead. He asks himself why demons and humans are fighting in the middle of the city. Then he hears a voice begging for someone to spare his daughter. Looking to the side, Dongwu sees a soldier taunting a man, saying they'll take his daughter and there's nothing he can do to stop them. One of the soldiers wearing a hat mocks the father, telling him they're going to have a lot of fun with his daughter. The father, lying on the ground, screams for them to let her go. In response, one of the soldiers stabs the man's hand and sneers. In the end, the victor becomes king. But before he can finish, he's kicked in the face and dragged across the ground. Dongwu watches, realizing something is deeply wrong. The soldier in the hat notices him and mutters, "Why is there still a demon alive?" They drop the girl and charge toward Dongwu, shouting that they need to finish him off. As they approach, Dongwu reflects that war is a cruel place where the victors take everything. However, he's already forbidden humanity from engaging in this kind of behavior. He delivers a devastating punch to one of the soldiers, sending him crashing to the ground, nearly dead. Dongwu pins him by the neck, and the man, gasping, wonders how he lost all his HP from a single punch. "What kind of nonsense is this naked demon?" he whispers. Dongwu demands, "What legion and squad do you belong to?" The soldier reveals that they are from the 21st Legion, 511th Squad. Dongwu freezes in shock. That was his old legion. The other soldiers start running, shouting that this demon is weird. Dongwu, still trying to understand what's happening, glances to the side and sees one soldier dead, while another is being finished off on the ground. Surveying the destruction around him, Dongwu mutters, "I've been here before." Explosions continue to rock the city, with bombs obliterating buildings left and right. The situation in Yun is starting to make sense to him. Suddenly, he hears someone say, "Mom was tortured to death." A father tries to calm his daughter, saying, "At least we still have each other." From above, lightning continues to strike, illuminating the chaos below. Dongwu stands in the rain, watching as the dragon descends. At that moment, his memories begin to return. 6 years ago, he had led an attack on a kingdom called Yun, and the last creature he defeated was this very demon dragon. The problem was that the victory had been so easy, he'd nearly forgotten all about it. Now Dongwu recalls the system and the words it had spoken about reincarnation. It wasn't just that he had been revived. He had been sent back 6 years into the past. This revelation leads him to question, who was leading this army? What happened? And where is his original body? In the skies, Jin Mei, the beloved princess of the healthy humans, observes the unfolding chaos. She remarks that the hatred between the races is flaring up again, noting that Dongwu was always the only one who stood apart. She reflects that war is only necessary when it's for protection, but humanity had been using it to spread unparalleled brutality throughout the world. Meanwhile, Dongwu continues walking through the ruins of the city, trying to make sense of it all. As far as he remembers, the 511th Squad had strong convictions and discipline. When they defeated the demon dragon, they had even liberated the other demons. Elsewhere in the city, a man steps on Tam Xiao. She cries out for her mother, who tells her not to worry and urges her to run away. But then a blue flame ignites within Tang Xiao, and she seems to lose consciousness. Bao Lai, one of the captains of the 511th Squad, observes this with amusement, commenting on how much charm this demon woman possesses. Witnessing this, Dongwu declares that something truly unforgivable has just occurred. The scene shifts to a door. Inside, people are celebrating, saying that the lady of the house has given birth to a healthy boy. Huan opens the door and asks where his son is, while the demons outside remark that they've never seen him so happy. Huan picks up what appears to be the baby, cradling him gently. He promises to take care of the child so that he will grow up strong and protect the kingdom of Yun. Back in the present, a golden lightning bolt cuts through the skies, striking the dragon. Despite this, Huan defiantly declares that he will never allow scum like them to destroy the kingdom of Yun. The human warrior opposing him, however, seems unfazed. Calmly, he remarks, "For a dragon, you have quite the long health bar, but it's time to end this." He leaps toward Huan, delivering a direct attack to the dragon's head. Golden slashes carve through the air, and it becomes clear that Huan cannot withstand this assault. The human lands with a confident swagger, one hand still in his pocket. Huan reverts from his dragon form, realizing that this human had been toying with him from the start. With his current strength, no one here could stand a chance against him. The human warrior coldly remarks that he still isn't satisfied. Raising his sword, he prepares to finish Huan. But just as he strikes, someone blocks the attack. Confused, the human looks up as the demons glance behind them in shock. At first, Damo appears to have intervened, but no, it's Wujin, who has arrived to protect his father. Wujin declares that he is here to kill this intruder. Huan, however, scolds Wujin, telling him to stop being foolish and understand that he doesn't stand a chance against this opponent. But Wujin responds, asking, "Is that really all you think of me? Do I truly mean so little to you?" Wujin recalls a moment from his past when a demon asked him who he admired most. His answer was immediate: the general who led the armies into battle. That man was number one. He also remembers showing his father a report card, proudly stating that he had achieved the highest score in military aptitude. But Huan, seemingly uninterested, simply said, "I see," and dismissed it. Feeling disheartened, Wujin left the room. Later, as a young man, he returned to his father and announced that he had ranked first in the army's entrance exams. But again, Huan merely replied, "I went through the same thing when I was young," showing little enthusiasm. Once more, Wujin left feeling crushed. Years later, Wujin achieved the rank of lieutenant general and told his father about it. Yet Huan still seemed indifferent, prompting Wujin to shout, "Will I never earn your approval?" Back in the present, the human warrior looks impressed. As Wujin steps forward, Huan urgently tells him to retreat, warning that this is no ordinary opponent. But Wujin declares that it doesn't matter who he's facing, be it a god, demon, or Buddha. Anyone who sets foot on their territory must be executed. Huan tries once more to stop his son, thinking to himself that Wujin doesn't yet understand how powerful humans can be. Wujin, however, ignores him. He charges forward, shattering the human's sword and swiftly cutting down two soldiers. The human warrior, now visibly shaken, watches as his armor status displays broken. Wei Ming, observing from a distance, is stunned that Wujin eliminated two opponents with a single attack. Wujin remains silent, his presence commanding attention. The human warrior steels himself, remarking that this demon is unlike any other. He's right. Wujin takes to the air, an aura of power radiating from him. The human appears nervous as Wujin prepares an attack, green energy glowing in his hand. But it's not just an attack, it's a transformation. Wujin morphs into a massive purple dragon. Huan, watching in disbelief, wonders when this happened. When had his son surpassed him? A memory surfaces. After Wujin left the room with his report card, Huan had taken a moment to look at it. Seeing the perfect scores, he smiled, murmuring that he expected nothing less from his son. But when Wujin returned to retrieve the card, Huan quickly hid his pride, adopting his usual stoic demeanor. All Huan ever wanted was for his son to live a peaceful, ordinary life. He couldn't understand why Wujin was so fixated on joining the military. Later, when a subordinate informed Huan that Wujin had ranked first in the military exams, Huan was overjoyed, saying he always knew his son would achieve great success. The problem was that all of this went against Huan's plans. His servant had noticed that every time the name Wujin came up, it became harder to understand the general's feelings. We then see Huan sitting under a tree, beside a gravestone, lost in thought. It was his wife's grave. He wondered why he had fallen in love with someone so connected to the dangerous path of a soldier. Yet it was undeniable. His son was a genius. In the past, while Huan led battles on the front lines, his wife handled everything at home. But she had left too soon, and now he didn't know how to deal with Wujin. From the beginning, his plan had been for his son to lead an ordinary life, one of safety and peace. Back in the present, Huan realizes he was wrong. Wujin unleashes the dragon's breath. The human warrior attempts to shield himself, but the laser blasts straight at him, triggering a massive explosion. Wujin hovers silently in the air, observing. But as the smoke clears, the human stands unharmed, laughing. "Finally," he exclaims, "a demon willing to give me a real challenge." The human steps forward, declaring, "Now let's put on a real show." Tossing his blade behind him, he taunts that the fun is just beginning. Huan, however, looks terrified. He had seen diagrams of that weapon before. It was no ordinary sword. Wujin, unshaken, simply motions for the human to come at him. But suddenly, Huan throws himself in front of the human, trying to warn Wujin about the sword. However, the human doesn't wait. He strikes. Wujin freezes as everything behind him suddenly disappears. Huan knew it. This was the blade that could cut through anything. The entire castle begins to collapse, and a deep gash appears on Wujin's arm. Bingyi and the elder nearby call out his name in alarm. Huan steps forward and admits, "I've been wrong this whole time. I should have said it long ago. You are my greatest